Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, today we're taking a highly practical, incredibly focused look at something that can literally transform the profitability and really the future readiness of small and medium enterprises. We're going to completely demystify MSME energy efficiency, and we're going to do it without getting bogged down in endless sustainability jargon. So if you want to understand how to actually cut waste and build a greener, way more profitable operation from the ground up, well, you're in exactly the right place.
So, let me ask you a question right off the bat. Are you ready to claim carbon credits? I mean, it's the buzzword everywhere right now, isn't it? Everybody wants to jump straight into complex carbon markets, trade credits, and, wave that green flag. But here's the hard truth. Before you even think about navigating the highly complex world of carbon markets, you've got to look at the actual hidden waste happening right now on your own factory floor.
Okay, let's dive into this. On one side, we've got the carbon credit dream. Now, it's flashy, it sounds absolutely great in marketing materials, but it requires rigorous, audited proof. On the other side, we have the energy efficiency reality. Now, this is the unglamorous, roll-up-your-sleeves work of fixing old motors, patching up compressed air leaks, and upgrading boilers. But here's the secret. That unglamorous reality is highly profitable. It directly reduces your energy bills, boosts your productivity, and generates the exact measurable environmental benefits you're going to eventually need for those carbon claims anyway.
So here is our pragmatic pathway for today. 1. Efficiency first. 2. Unpacking ADET. 3. First interventions. 4. The transition pathway. And finally, 5. Proving savings. Let's get to it.
Part 1. Efficiency first. Why evidence matters.
The simple truth here is you absolutely cannot claim what you haven't accurately measured. I want you to really absorb this quote from our source material. If the unit cannot prove energy savings, it cannot credibly discuss emissions reductions. You see, a carbon credit conversation always begins with evidence. And energy efficiency, that is what creates the evidence. It lets a business confidently compare the energy consumed before an intervention with the energy consumed after for the exact same production output. So energy efficiency isn't just about saving money at the end of the month. It's literally the fundamental creation of the data you need to participate in the broader green economy.
Part 2. Unpacking ADET, the 2025 initiative.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is ADEET. This is the government framework introduced to help MSMEs fund these critical first steps. It stands for Assistance in Deploying Energy-Efficient Technologies in Industries and Establishments. Yeah, I know, it's quite a mouthful, but its purpose is incredibly vital. The policy focus here is specifically designed to accelerate the adoption of advanced energy-efficient tech for MSMEs. Think of this scheme as your official entry point. It's essentially a mechanism built to help you with energy audits, selecting the right technology, linking up with finance, and, most importantly, getting that all-important post-installation measurement exactly right.
And guys, the stakes here are absolutely massive. According to the official Press Information Bureau release, technologies featured under the ADEETIE scheme can help MSMEs reduce their energy consumption by 30 to 50%. No way, right? Just imagine cutting your energy bills in half, while simultaneously improving your power-to-product ratio and hitting your green energy goals. I mean, that is just game-changing profitability.
But let's take a gritty reality check for a second. That 30 to 50% number? It's a potential target, not a magic guarantee. Actual savings depend heavily on 3 things: your baseline condition, your operating discipline, and proper measurement. There is a huge risk if this gets misused. If you just go out, buy shiny new equipment without taking baseline measurements first, well, you're going to end up with incredibly weak savings claims and a surprisingly poor financial payback.
Moving on to Part 3. First interventions, fixing hidden waste.
When it comes to practical first interventions, you got to start with energy audits and load mapping so you know exactly where you stand. From there, look at high-efficiency motors and variable frequency drives, or VFDs, wherever your operating conditions justify them. Next up, fixing compressed air leaks and optimizing compressors. Honestly, this is often low-hanging fruit. Then, upgrading boiler and furnace efficiency, implementing waste heat recovery if your process heat is significant, and managing your power factor, which is essentially optimizing how efficiently your equipment draws electricity from the grid. Now notice what isn't at the top of this list. LED lighting. Flashy fixes like swapping out light bulbs are great, sure, but they should really only happen after these much larger, heavy-duty process loads are fully understood and optimized.
Part 4. The transition pathway, from baseline to claim. Let's move to and see how this builds across these 6 logical steps. First up, baseline and diagnose. This means identifying your top 5 energy-consuming systems and measuring their actual operating patterns. Now, those top 5 systems completely dictate step 2, prioritize. You rank your interventions based on financial payback, risk of downtime, and carbon impact. After that, you step into finance, evaluating scheme support like ADEETIE, bank loans, or vendor finance. Step 4 is implement, making sure you keep commissioning records and train your operators. Step 5 is measure, comparing your new energy intensity against your old baseline. And finally, step 6, communicate, sharing those proven savings in rupees, kilowatts, and fuel quantities.
And hey, you don't have to do this alone. The NEDI IOG roadmap strongly highlights the role of industry clusters. So whether you're in textiles, foundries, brick-making, or food processing, acting as a cluster ecosystem lowers the barriers to entry. Collective procurement reduces transaction costs. But more importantly, cluster-level training helps facility owners compare technologies with their peers. This is huge because it means you no longer have to rely solely on the promises of a smooth-talking equipment vendor.
Part 5. Proving savings. Avoiding exaggerated claims.
And this brilliantly illustrates how protecting your credibility really comes down to understanding the difference between a promise and hard proof. When you're at the proposal stage, you only have an expected energy saving. The evidence there is really just an audit report or vendor data. But to claim a measured energy saving, you need rock-solid evidence, before and after meter data, operating logs, and production adjustments. If you want to claim an actual emission reduction, well, you must convert those proven energy savings using transparent emission factors. And for financial payback, you've got to show the real capital expenditure against your actual tariffs and fuel prices. Understanding this distinction? That is exactly how you protect your business's credibility in the green economy.
So the absolutely crucial point here is that true decarbonization doesn't start with a carbon credit broker. It starts right in your own filing cabinet. I'm going to leave you with this provocative question to act on right now. Do you have your last 12 months of electricity and fuel bills, along with your production data, ready to go? Because if you want to unlock that 30 to 50% savings potential, collecting that data today is your very first step. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and we'll see you next time.